Hey everybody, Seanymous and B-Rye are back. Today we're going to talk about Marvel's Netflix series Iron Fist.
Yep. So yeah, how far are you into it so far, and what do you think?
About 4 or 5 episodes in. I think it's alright. Not as entertaining as Daredevil, Luke Cage, all those. The first 3 episodes are slow. They're a crawl. So far I'm enjoying it though. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. Hopefully picks up a little bit more.
It does.
Yeah.
It picks up more.
How far are you in?
I have finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 4 episodes, really boring as hell. I don't want to see Iron Fist in board meetings. I don't want to see Iron Fist doing paperwork. I don't want to see none of that.
It reminds me of that part in Futurama when they're at the interactive movie.
Uh-huh.
If you'd like to see Calculon, go and fight the aliens, press A. If you want to see Calculon stay and finish paperwork, press B.
Yeah, I don't want to see Iron Fist doing any of that shit.
No. You want to see him punch through doors like he did in the one episode.
Yep. 5 through 12. Episodes 5 through 12 picks up, goes really good. And then the last episode happens, and whew, that was a rough one.
Not good?
Not real good at all. I think this is probably their weakest show they've done yet on Netflix. Let's talk about the casting decision.
All right.
That is a hot topic right now, so let's go ahead and get into that for a tiny bit. A lot of people wish that Danny Rand was Asian. They had cast an Asian person as Danny Rand.
Okay.
Martial arts master, and they wanted him to be Asian.
The whole point of his story, though, in the comics is he's a rich white kid who gets pulled away from that world of privilege and vast amounts of money and always having everything at your fingertips to being dumped into Kunlun with monks and learning this whole other culture and becoming more a part of that culture than he was of his previous one.
Yep.
And then he comes back into his old life and realizes he doesn't fit anymore. He has too many experiences outside of what he would have been. It gives him a deeper appreciation for the culture he was exposed to.
Yeah. He ends up being like an outsider in both worlds.
Yeah. The whole him being Asian doesn't fit.
Yeah. I get the representation part, wanting to be represented, and how a lot of comics back in the day were written by white people where you really couldn't write in, anybody other than a white male.
Yeah.
So I can see why you won't do it. I just don't think this is the right character to do it with.
No. If this was a different character becoming Iron Fist, like Danny Rand is handing the mantle over to someone else, and it's going to be that character, and they happen to be Asian or black or whatever, cool.
I think it would be almost more racist to have an Asian guy be the Kung Fu master.
Yeah.
I mean, Daredevil, other than being Catholic, really doesn't. There's no real race that needs to be there.
No. I mean, take
Jessica Jones could be Asian. Luke Cage does need to be African American.
Yeah, of Jessica Jones being white is that she does have a relationship with Luke Cage. That makes them an interracial couple. Still something with certain parts of America still have trouble with that.
Yeah, and also with Iron Fist and Luke Cage teaming up quite a bit.
Oh yeah, heroes for hire.
Yeah, for a white guy and a black guy to be working together at that time was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
I think we're both in agreement that we get the argument. There's a lot of characters you could change their ethnicity on. There's a lot of characters you could change their sex on.
If you were to make it a story taking place after Danny Rand, or before Danny Rand, go for it. Have it be someone else.
Yeah.
But Danny Rand, don't change him.
Yeah.
There's no point to.
I think we covered that fairly well.
Yeah, I think so. It's difficult to talk about without sounding like a dick.
Yeah, it is, but it's one of those things where it makes sense for people to talk about it because most of these comics were made during a time where you could really only put a white male character in it, even though that these are kind of oligarchies for dealing with being an outsider as far as like race or sex. And
there's already all these histories built up with certain characters. Some of them you can change and it doesn't alter the character at heart. I think one of the best situations where you can take a character and change their ethnicity and it comes out better than before, Nick Fury.
Yep.
You should make new characters.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of going forward.
Yeah.
And you don't... you could take Tony Stark and make him Mexican. Or you can have his protege be a Mexican. and takes over for Tony Stark, or his son, or something. It doesn't always have to be that exact character. It can still be that hero, just a different person stepping up into that role.
Yeah. I think our thoughts are basically that we get the arguments. It just doesn't really make sense for this particular character. I think we're both open to being wrong on it, but
no, that's just our opinions.
Yeah.
You might have a different opinion. That's up to you.
Guess now we should get into the spoiler territory.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and give you just my straight up review of it right now, and my actual rating. Probably going to give it like a 6 out of 10. It's pretty low. It's a show that, like I said before, the first 4 episodes, so slow. And then the last episode is not very good.
No.
It's a show where it seems like they felt that it had an audience, so it never tried to gather people.
Yeah, why spend more time and effort to hook people if they're already going to watch it anyway?
Yeah.
You already sold it to Netflix.
But they really should have fixed those issues, because those are glaring issues, and it's Netflix. Netflix does not have infinite money. They seem like they do, but they don't.
No.
You do enough of these where they're not that good, they're not going to make them. Do you really want to see these shows on like CW? We see Arrow. It started out good.
Yeah.
And it was good for what it was, but Daredevil showed you what it could be without worrying about ratings.
Yeah. But yeah, Daredevil came along and just showed everyone like, no, this is how you do a proper TV show.
Yeah. It was like you watch Arrow and you're like, this is really good. And you see Daredevil, it's like, I'm not going to go over all the casting, all the characters. I'll just go over a few of the main ones. Joy, she's...
That's Ward's sister, right?
Ward's sister.
Okay.
I'll just start off with her. She's so wishy-washy. That's really the only way I could describe her, as wishy-washy. It's just like, make up your fucking mind and be on one thing. I guess the dichotomy between her and her brother Ward is kind of interesting. She is a good person, but has it in herself to be really bad and really evil.
Yeah, she's got the potential.
Yep. And by the end of the show, it looks like she's going more to that evil part side of her. Whereas with Ward, he's a bad person, but has it in him to do real good.
Yeah, you can see it bugs him throughout the beginning.
Yeah.
He's taking pills to like calm his nerves,
Yeah.
and even tries heroin once.
Yeah. And like by the end of the show, he starts to become that good person. At least with Ward, he had his mind figured. Where he was written, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Not really questioning it. And it's like, you may not like his decisions, but at least he's sticking with it.
Yeah, he's owning it.
We only have 13 episodes. We don't have time for wishy-washy characters.
Yeah.
Colleen, the girl that works at the dojo. She's a good character. She's a little bit underutilized. Overall, I kind of think she's annoying in a way. When it's revealed that she is with the Hand and has been with the Hand this whole time.
Huh.
And
she tried to kill Iron Fist, or?
No. She believes that the Hand she is in is different from the other Hand, and it's a good hand. Yeah.
Good hand, bad hand.
Yeah. So she's got kind of a bit of brainwashing, but she's friends with people that tell her the Hand is bad. We have first-hand experience of how bad the Hand is. Like Claire, Rosario Dawson, who's been in just every series.
She's amazing.
She's awesome. Claire had a lot of her friends killed in a hospital because of the Hand.
Yeah. She
knows this, and is still just like, it's not my Hand. Basically, it's not the people I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of just really silly. It's just silliness. I didn't really care for it. Harold Meacham, Daddy Meacham.
Oh, the guy stuck in the penthouse. Ward's dad.
Ward's dad. He ultimately becomes the main villain, and you'd never really care because you don't see him as a threat to Iron Fist.
No. Iron Fist is a kung fu master.
Yeah. Even without having the Iron Fist, there's no reason why it's even a close fight.
Ooh, you're 50 years old and you know Taibo.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's fucking Iron Fist.
Yeah.
He's going to destroy you.
Yeah. And then Danny Rand, same issues I had with Colleen, where it's just like, I'm going to do this. And then he gets to the point where he's going to do it, and he's like, I'm not going to do it now. And it's like, ugh. I know I'm going to be in the minority of this. I really hate the morality act that overall happens throughout the show.
It just hammers you over the head.
Yeah, and it's like, there's some people that deserve to be killed. This isn't everyday life where it's like you have like circumstantial evidence and that person's still going on death row.
Yeah.
You know, this is a TV show. We know that these people are definitely evil. They most likely deserve to die.
Yeah. You don't go full Punisher on a jaywalker, though.
No. Yeah, you don't be the Punisher and like, that guy got a speeding ticket. You know, you don't let people that are in the hand who you know have killed normal everyday citizens, you don't let those people go.
No.
And it's
we
like,
don't need a morality lesson. We just want to be entertained.
Towards the end of the show, or in this season, Danny Rand's like, I think I could be a different Iron Fist, an Iron Fist that can be shared for the world. Okay, cool. That's setting up Defenders.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, he's just like, I'm going to go back and train more. And it's just like, oh, God, I don't care. I don't care about that. I want to see Defenders.
Because the doors to Kunlun in the comics, they only open every 10 years.
Yeah. Well, he shows up there and it's gone. So
Oh.
it's not there anymore. There's just a bunch of dead hand characters.
Oh, jeez.
In the last episode, the main bad guy becomes Harold Meacham. And it's like I said, you don't care.
No.
And he defeats him with like 20 minutes left of the show. And they just proceed to fucking mill about for 20 minutes. Iron Fist is probably a better show than what I'm rating it, but it was just so disappointing. Yeah, I mean, outside of Daredevil, it suffers from the same problems all the other shows do, which is a weak villain. Daredevil Season 1 had the best villain yet.
Kingpin was amazing.
Yeah. And since then, you've had these other people that they're not that great. They could be great. The actors portraying them could be great. They'd be giving really good performances. But overall, you don't really feel a need to care about the hero because this other person doesn't really pose that big of a threat.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones. I can't remember that guy's name.
Purple Man.
Purple Man. Great actor, but it was kind of annoying watching the show and just being like, just snipe him from far away.
Hello, Punisher? Yeah, we need you to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no problems doing that. Cool. All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Then Daredevil Season 2, which was awesome because it had Punisher in it, but
That was amazing.
the villain was kind of a weak villain because we'd seen him fight Daredevil already, and we saw Daredevil beat him.
Yeah.
I don't care that he comes back to life. You know, if right in front of me, if an ant showed up and I squashed the ant and then it came back, I wouldn't care because I could just squash it again. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Luke Cage.
Diamondback.
Diamondback, I didn't really care for. He was just this crazy guy. Whereas, like, Cottonmouth was awesome. I can't remember her name, Cottonmouth's sister.
Yeah.
Her name.
Yeah,
she was awesome.
Yeah, her turning
and Shades
her
were
turning
awesome.
heel like that. Yeah, Shades is cool too.
Yeah. But then the one guy that was not awesome, that was just like over the top crazy guy that you never really cared about. He was the main villain. It was just like, I don't care. Luke Cage will just punch a hole in his face, basically. You don't feel a real threat other than like, just like this guy's kind of crazy. Yeah, but you just don't feel a real threat from any of these villains, and it's hurting these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, I think this is their weakest show yet, and it's not a good step towards the Defenders, which is supposed to be their Avengers of these Netflix shows.
Yeah.
I hope Defenders is good. I'm going to watch it no matter what. They've already got my money. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that great of a show. You probably could skip the show and
I think
perfectly fine.
I think I'm still gonna finish it, just so I can see it and build into it. That way, in case anything that gets referenced in the Defenders, I'll be prepared to see. You know.
I think that covers it.
I think so. I'm still gonna finish it and watch it, but I'm not gonna stress myself to finish it quite yet. I'm just whenever I got free time. Thanks for watching our review. Stay tuned. We're always gonna have more of these, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Interesting fun fact. The Hand when Laird and Eastman made the Ninja Turtles, they made the foot based off the hand.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they already had the hand. They're like
Yeah.
oh, the foot.